Niggas will kill you. And let me tell you something about niggas. A nigga will put more emphasis and more energy into killing you than he would fixing his own situation. You understand what I'm saying? So it's pain in the hood, right? So everybody in the ghetto is pain in there. So dudes is dealing with their own turmoil. They ain't got their credit right. They old baby mamas and all that. They ain't got nothing going on. But instead of fixing that, killing you will be on the top list. That'll be the thing to do. The number one thing on their list. And it's just sad.
Do not marry someone that you never argue with. Marry someone you argue well with. That means that when you have an argument, you reach good compromises. You have a good recovery time. In other words, it doesn't take you days of miserable toxicity to get good again. It takes you minutes or hours. You're both good at coming to the table to apologize and soften. It's not always the same person who has to save the two of you every time you have an argument. And by the way, you only know these things by having hard conversations early on and being able to talk about the big stuff so that you know who you are when there are differences in opinions. And the goal isn't to agree on everything. You won't, and that's fine. But it is to make sure that you understand each other's expectations and you know ahead of time that you can handle the difference. Do not marry someone that you never argue with. Marry someone you argue well with. That means that when you have an argument, you reach good compromise.
It's very important that you don't meet somebody and that person be a representative. You want to meet the right person. You don't want to, we call that the engagement phase. You don't want to fall in love with a representation of them. You got to be able to have hard conversations and face hard truths. I ain't talking about insults. I'm like, what this guy said, you got to find somebody you can argue well. You're going to have say you start a business with your old lady. You don't have to start a business. You could just get into it over, you ain't washing the dishes right. Some bullshit. I don't want to say it's bullshit, but compared to other things, but it be the small things too. You got to be able to compromise, and you're going to have a disagreement. Disagreement don't mean bad things. Say you was supposed to meet her at a place and you thought it was 2, she said 1. So now y'all ain't talking for days, and all that pain and misery comes in because y'all don't want to talk, or somebody have a 3rd grade emotional scale, so they, you know what I'm saying, they don't know how to fucking bring it to you because they having trouble with dealing with this shit themselves. We got to start choosing people. You know what you need. You should be at the junction of the game where you know what you need. And sometimes we have to find that out by going through it. You know what I mean? Mental, the ability to compromise, and if you wrong, and somebody bring you new information, the ability to let that old information go and apply the new. Is intelligent. But vibe with this video. And don't wave your finger like Arsenio. Listen, complete the transition. We gotta start really just stop being hard on ourselves and apply knowledge. You can have all the knowledge in the world. If you ain't applying that shit, do you really got it? 7.
Your brain copies other people's emotions. Neuroscience calls it mirror neurons, brain cells that fire when you see someone else act or express emotion. So when someone near you complains, worries, or radiates anger, your brain mirrors that state as if it's your own. You're not just empathizing, you're physiologically syncing. Your stress hormones rise. Your nervous system shifts to match theirs. That's why spending time with certain people makes you tense or tired, even if nothing happened. And here's the scary part. Over time, your brain rewires around whatever emotion it's most exposed to. Negativity is contagious because of neural imitation. Your brain doesn't know the difference between their pain and your own. That's the real reason you feel lighter after letting go of negative people. To surround your mind with positivity at all times, comment yes and we'll send you a powerful tool. Your brain copies other people's emotions. Neuroscience calls it mirror neurons.
It's not like that all the way around. Over here, no pink. Over here, Beautiful people. Sven'gramz, she from the land. Get out in nature. Get grounded. Get out the loop. Don't call it nothing. Just do what you do. This is amazing, man. Look at this. It looks so beautiful.